Man, y'all already know what it is, man. Hey,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Yes, sir. What's happening, man? Welcome to the Under No Conditions podcast. I am just one half of the show. This is Isaac the Iceman with my wonderful, crazy co-host over there, Church Lady Edge. Yana, what's happening with you? What's going on?
Yes, sir. How you doing, man? How was your week?
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna have to come down there, man, and get one of them motherfucking facials, man, because I'm telling you, doing your thing. Hey, if y'all don't know, man, Church Lady, man, she done passed. She is a registered esthetician. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Facial. She doing nose jobs. She doing, man, look, she doing lips,
You know what? See,
eyebrow.
you play.
Hey, man, she doing feet. She doing it all,
Don't tell the people I'm doing no feet. I'm not doing no feet. Okay,
man.
no feet for me,
Oh
sir.
man. Hey, I am so proud of you, man.
I
Congratulations
thank
on
you. I
all that,
appreciate
man.
it. It mean a lot. Yeah,
Hey man, look, man, that was a long haul, man. I'm telling you.
yeah. Thank you for checking me quite a few times. Checking
Hey,
me.
well, man, look, if we can't check each other, ain't no need for us to even be so have no
Exactly.
association, you know,
Exactly. Straight
because
up.
the struggle and the self doubt is real. And guess what? Now that's a perfect time to go into our topic today. The topic
Yes.
is self doubt, and I'm
Yes.
quite sure many of you, even myself, Church Lady and I, we talk about this often, how self doubt and sabotage work
Yeah.
hand in hand,
Yeah.
and we often do it out of fear, out of not having enough confidence, whatever you want
Yeah.
to call it. It's
Yeah.
still self doubt. And through my experience, Church Lady, what I found out, even if I do something
Hmm.
and it doesn't work out, is it a failure?
Right. That's a good question to pose every time we feel
You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? Is it really
Yeah.
a failure
Yeah.
because I made a decision to do something and it just didn't work out in my time or worked out in the way that I wanted to work out? Is that a failure? And then that failure becomes self doubt. What you think?
Yeah. You know what? I think that's a good way to pose things. Like when you going through something and it doesn't work out. That's a great question to ask yourself because I think that when things don't work out for us, there's still a lesson or something to learn in there. That can make us better, make our business better, make our relationships better. So, but that's a maturity thing, though. I feel like at this age we can say that, but could we say that when we were in our 20s or our 30s? You know what I'm saying? I think we could say that now because of maturity.
You talked about maturity, and maturity comes with lesson learns.
Yeah, and
However,
wisdom.
maturity don't always come with failures, and we look at failure so many different lights. And as I continue to age gracefully, I
Mm,
understand failures are lessons.
yeah,
Like if I don't go through with something, how do I learn?
absolutely.
So if I'm going through something and it don't work out, I've learned something.
Yeah.
So once again, is that a failure?
Right. It not necessarily if you look at it like that, not necessarily.
However, self-doubt is when you don't even believe
Yeah.
based on the noise that you acquire around you. We know what that noise is.
Yes.
And that
That could be
noise is,
people, that could
yes.
be, so and so telling you, well, you shouldn't do this and do that. Your job, distractions are the biggest thing. I know I deal with them. That contribute to my self-doubt. So it's a lot of things that come into that mix or that umbrella when you're talking about self-doubt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a big one. I
Yeah.
can relate because
Yeah.
even in my profession, it's it's like going into a new situation, having to learn a new system
Mm,
and knowing or not knowing, let's put it like that, whether or
yeah.
not you have the ability or the capability.
Right. Have
Because
you
what
ever had self-doubt with a situation that you knew for a fact this situation was for you, it's gonna work out in your favor, but you had self-doubt, but in your back of your mind, you knew I'm supposed to be doing this, something that's leading me on the trajectory, but you kind of struggle with self-doubt. Have you ever had that happen?
I struggle with not understanding, is it me or is it my higher power?
Mm.
Because I tell myself a lot of things a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
I should be doing this. I should be doing that. Um, if I'm in a situation where it's positive, I start self thinking. Oh yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
is this is this is it. This is
Mm-hmm.
something that I'm supposed to do. And many times that thing that I'm supposed to do is just part of the plan. And many times I be trying to figure out what the plan,
Right.
because through that process I'm 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 experiencing a lot of lessons, and I'm having some self doubt,
Yeah.
because it's like for you, it took you a long time to really figure out where you wanted to go
A long
as
time.
far as the direction of your life. It took me a long time to figure out
Yeah.
where I want to go. I'm doing the thing that I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, how can I take what I know and take it to the next level? And for me, that's when the self doubt comes, because many times for myself, I got over 30 years of experience doing what I'm doing. And
Gotcha.
I tell myself I'm still not good enough.
Wow.
And
Wow.
then I watch other people, and I study other people, and I listen to other people, and I be like, I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah. But
See,
you know what 30 with the but you know my question to you is with all of the experience like do you think it's because sometimes people throw this in the mix is self-doubt could self-doubt be a good thing as far as keeping yourself humble or do you think it's like it does the opposite and it takes away from what you know you can do, you know what I'm saying, because I've heard people say that like self-doubt to keep you humble. What's your thoughts on that?
humility is my foundation to keep my feet grounded.
Got you.
That just works for me. I'm
Got you.
never too high. I'm never too low. I'm never too cocky. I enjoy what I'm doing, and I reap the benefits of watching individuals outside of myself get
Mm,
back with their families, change their lives,
that's
and,
good.
and do the things that eh, do the things adults supposed to do.
Right.
However, for myself, and I hear people say, Ozzy, you should be doing this. Why you not doing this? Why you
Mm-hmm.
ain't writing a book? Like, you
Mm-hmm.
have so much to put on paper. And for me, I know I have a little bit. I have
Mm.
enough.
Okay.
Regardless of how many times you may hear it, how you may hear it, I know I can say it differently
Gotcha.
and have an impact. And what happens is, and that self doubt for me becomes procrastination.
Mm. I like that. I can relate to that. Procrastination is a killer, ain't it? It's a dream killer.
Man, I start writing a book. I get 10 pages in, man, and some my mind
Some
will be like,
some
man,
gets
look,
you, yeah. Do you have a because I have a lot of issues with distractions. I'm talking about small stuff. My phone, social media, reading up on this article that ain't got nothing to do with it, the latest gossip on Shade Room. So and I procrastinate, you know, and but I'm learning procrastination is almost like having a fear because you don't know
yes,
what's going to happen. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You
talk
don't
about it.
know what you walking into something new, so you kind of procrastinate on, I guess for me, preventing myself from failure. You know,
What's
so I say take my time dragging my feet on certain things because I don't want to fail. So instead of saying fail, I say, well, I'm procrastinating, you know?
you know, failure's coming up in this conversation a lot for the both
Yeah,
of us,
yeah.
and it is a fear.
Hmm.
Once again, I'm gonna go back to the premise. If you're doing something and you know it's something that you want to do, for me, many times, if I go and do something and it
Hmm.
doesn't work out, one of the questions that I asked myself was, Isaac, how committed was you to this?
Good question.
Because a lot of times we be wanting things fast,
Absolutely.
and we be wanting them yesterday and tomorrow and next
Yes.
week.
And not put in no work.
We be half studying,
Yeah, have and don't yeah,
be
have
studying while
studying.
we eating popcorn and watching
Yeah,
TV, and the
yes,
phone be on. And then when we take the test, we fail. Now we be like, forget it.
yeah.
However, we played a major role in that.
Yes.
And even having a commitment in the process of working through self-doubt, there's a selfishness
Hmm.
there that you must have to endure. So, since we're talking about this, once again, man, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
However, I remember those days for you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, y'all,
so
Iceman had to check me a couple of times. And when I got off the phone with him, I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to do the show that Saturday because I still felt some type of way. Because that Bama had put me in line. And then, Iceman, you'll put somebody in line, say what you guys say, and then you get off the phone. Like, it ain't no, I can't give you no rebuttal. I can't explain myself, tell you what had happened was. Nah, you like, all right, whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, get it together. I talk to you Saturday.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, but I got to complain and tell you what's going on. I don't want to hear all that.
yeah, I
Get it
won't hear.
together.
Yeah, I did
It's,
that. Yes, I
so
did.
yeah,
Yeah, I did it.
appreciate that.
Yep.
Because it was a
Hmm.
lot of times I was going to let it go. It was a lot of times I was trying to get to step F before I even got to step B. You know what I mean? So
Talk about how that feels. Like,
it's,
you have to go through that process, and you experiencing death, self-doubt, and you want to just get there, and you doing everything in your power not to get there.
yeah.
What
I
does
think
that
the
feel
big
like?
I think the biggest thing for me was becoming an esthetician has been something I wanted to do since my daughter was 3. She's 18 now. You know, life happens, time, money, work. You just can't do it. So here I was in the midst of it, and I'm thinking it's supposed to be perfect because I feel like I waited so long. I'm supposed to go through school, everything gonna be happy, joy, 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 all of that stuff, and it wasn't like that. That wasn't the experience for me. So my first uh self-doubt that I had about myself when I got into school, and my teacher didn't like me, and she gave me a really hard time, a very hard time, and it made me start to have self-doubt because I'm like, God, I know that you said I'm gonna do this, but this thing's supposed to be like, ice cream with a cherry on top, and it wasn't like that for
Hmm.
me. And I had to really humble myself a lot of times, Ice Man, and like really just shut my mouth. Like, I'm 20 years older than the girls in the class, and I'm different because I'm grown, the teacher grown, we only a year apart, and so
Yeah, how
I had
about
to
that?
humble
How about that
myself.
one right there? Like, you
Yeah,
looking at her like, man, look, man,
yeah,
you
yeah.
you were
And
younger than me.
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, but I'm saying my teacher, we 1 year apart, but the girls in my class were 20 to 25 years younger than me, which was cool. But they kind of looked up to me like the big sister, but I had that issue with the teacher because, the things that she was saying in class, I had questions about. I wasn't trying to be a jerk, but you can't tell me the sky is purple and not explain it to me. But it taught me some stuff too. Stop antagonizing people because I realized that that's something I was doing, antagonizing her to a certain extent, not being able to follow leadership, not who's in authority.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so I wanted it to be all her, her, her. And that's where the self doubt came in. Cause I'm like, no, God, you gave me this gift to be able to do it. And it ain't perfect. So now I don't want
Yeah,
it. Cause it wasn't just cut and dry, but
yeah,
you help me stay on track. You gotta shut your mouth sometimes. When it's time to have a rebuttal, had a rebuttal. But I learned so much about myself during that time. But I did have I had self doubt with that. I had self doubt because things weren't connected to me. Then, when I was in that coma back in 2020, I started thinking maybe it was some brain damage,
yeah.
just and
You're
that's
all over the
real. I
place.
can laugh about it now, but I'm thinking it's brain damage. I can't remember this. It's not connecting. So I had a lot of moments where it was self-doubt. um but I had to call people like you, talk to my grandmother, get quiet, pray, you know what I mean, to get myself back in the groove of things. But I realized with this situation, going when you have something you going through or you trying to get done, it don't always look perfect. It's not gonna always be perfect. Just because you waited 40 years for it don't
Yeah,
mean it's gonna
man.
be cut and dry. you
Hey,
know. So
man, sometimes that thing be ugly. You hear me?
ugly as I don't
It
know
be
what,
ugly.
right?
You be looking at it, you be like, man,
Yeah,
I worked hard
yeah,
for this. It's like
yeah,
it's like I done went to school. I done sacrificed not spending no time with my kids.
yep,
I ain't seen my man in 9.5 days. All
yep,
all the craziness that we go through as an adult
yeah.
to get to where we think we need to be, and we get in it, and it be ugly,
And it's
and it's
ugly. Yeah,
uncomfortable, and
yeah,
it's so different than what we're accustomed to. We're
yeah.
accustomed to being in places where we're comfortable, where we know our ability will get us what we want without question.
Right.
So we stay in that comfortability.
Yeah.
So this was a time in your life where you had to get out of that comfort zone
Mm-hmm.
and make some uncomfortable sacrifices, not
Yeah.
knowing how I was gonna wind up.
Right.
And I'm
Exactly.
most
Yeah.
definitely gonna understand because I'm in that season myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what do I do with this? What do I do with that? And as much motivation as I have around me, in the back of my mind, many times I do be like, man, nobody don't want to hear what I gotta say.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
But you
mean?
know why though? Why you feel why do we I guess, why do you feel like that? You know what I'm saying? Because we know anybody that knows you know what you're capable of, but why do you feel like that? Why you feel like people don't want to hear what you gotta say?
Cause sometimes I still want it when I don't want it, when I do
Mm,
want it, when I
mm-hmm.
do need it.
Mm-hmm.
And understandably, I have to understand it's a patience game.
Yeah,
This a patient game that we playing.
yeah,
And I tell myself often, you just don't know when.
yeah.
Cause when a light bulb go off, I have to ask myself when that time come, are we gonna be ready?
Right, right.
And I heard something that was profound. However, I can relate. You got to put in at least 5 to 6 years of work, of frustration. That's what I call it.
Yeah,
Ups and downs and ins and outs and not knowing and being unsure to even get to a point where you even comfortable in your craft.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's true. That's
yeah,
true.
it's like I know many barbers, and I talk to them and they be like, I didn't get comfortable till I was in 10 years. I didn't start really honing my craft of cutting hair till I was in it for about 10 years. I said, I got that.
Yeah,
Because as a clinician, many times I find out for myself that no matter how long I'm doing the thing that I enjoy doing, the universe continues to evaluate and change what you believe. And in turn, what happens is that you have to adjust. You have to adjust and let people back in. You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
You
Yeah,
have to adjust. And sometimes that adjustment is uncomfortable. You know, if
yeah,
if you look at it, it's like, okay, you in a space where you're not so comfortable. However, you feeling your way through, and eventually you're gonna be comfortable. And then it's gonna get to a period where it's 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You're gonna be like, I need some more room. That's gonna be
yeah,
uncomfortable because
yeah.
things that come with needing more room
Right. That's true.
that 5 years or 4 years prior, you might not even be thinking about. And for me, I'm like that. I'm like, I know it's more things than just writing this book,
Yeah, yeah.
doing the podcast.
That's just the thing that's going to get you in the door, but it's so much more behind that
It's
door.
so much, it's so much, it's
Yeah,
so much more behind it. And then it might not even be that first book.
yeah, yeah.
It might be
And you
the
got,
ebook.
like you said, and you got to be okay with that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you gotta
saying?
be like, okay, you might like for me, it might be the ebook.
Yeah.
I might have to sit on that for 2 years
Right. Right.
before I even
Right.
start thinking about writing a book. And I might
Yeah.
sell 2 copies.
Right.
And then the book come out, and then it's like
and it
Man,
just
where this
popped.
been? It's been here.
Yeah, yeah. And that happens a lot. You see that with just something like social media. They tell you like, when you post, let's just say your post only get two likes. They say don't delete nothing because you don't know what's gonna happen 2 years from now. Because there's been a lot of songs too. If you look at social media, these songs are, viral now, but they've been out for years. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you just never know.
It
But you
becomes
gotta
part of
in
that
that I
transition.
like what
Yeah.
you said, and you've told me that in preparation to where I'm going, I still gotta continue to grow. I still gotta continue to mature. I still gotta continue, most importantly, give back to other people. You know what I'm saying? Eh, So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Giving back for me is major.
Mm-hmm.
It major because it keeps my feet grounded, and
Yeah.
it continues to put me in a position where I can continue to learn who I am becoming. Because
Right.
I still don't know Isaac fully.
Mm.
Always
That's
developing.
that's something too. That's amazing for you to admit, because I mean I know sometimes in our older age as we mature, people think you just got it all,
No,
like you know everything. You know what I'm
no, man.
saying? We don't. Yeah.
No, man. It's and being able to sit and be quiet and listen. And the thing that I enjoy, and I don't talk about it enough, is when I'm talking to people and I'm quiet. I had a director, a VP,
Mm,
for a residential. I was doing some consulting for him,
mm-hmm.
and I would come in, and he would come in, and he would just dump, and I wouldn't say anything,
Mm,
and he would be so uncomfortable because I would just look at him. However, what he doesn't realize is that I was giving him an opportunity to answer his own question.
mm.
Because
That's a good way to look
you
at
know,
it.
because as people, if we talk long enough, we always have the answer.
Yeah, we do. I like
We just
that.
we just gotta listen for it, not hear it.
Yeah,
Because
listen
hearing and
for it.
listening and self-doubt is different. You gotta
So
listen
basically, you
for it.
telling me instead of paying my psychologist over here, I could just come to you.
Now
I
you
give
still
you
owe me.
$3.
You still owe me five. You ain't paid me for the
Okay. All
first
right. My
session.
bad. Okay. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad. All right.
I'm just letting y'all know. Look, man, we've been T and I. We been man. She been on. Man, I can't even talk about it on the air, man. It's a lot.
Right. See, because you always want to talk about me, you Bama.
You know what I'm saying? She called me a hot Bama. But you know what? We so much alike and we so different
Yeah.
in a sense because I admire you because you a go-getter. But in that process, I saw some things that you were experiencing that I had to look at in myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I understood it. And
Yeah.
and it was like I was like, all right, you can't be. And a lot of times for me, as we get older, we start looking at our age. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
40, I'm 45. Oh, man, look, if Colonel Sanders can become a millionaire at 80, Isaac can get it.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
get it. I don't need to be a
Yes.
millionaire. I just need to be able to, when this bill come in, I'm getting to a point. I want auto pay, man.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all
Hey,
I want,
I
man.
was just thinking that. I said it's when I could put all my bills on auto pay, I knew I grew up at that point. I'm doing good for
Hey,
myself.
I'm gonna tell you, T, I'm working on it, man.
Yeah.
I'm working on her. I got some bills on
Yeah.
auto pay. I don't even work.
Cause T I'm so tired of T-Mobile. Like that T-Mobile gonna tell me, hey, listen, we'll take $30 off your bill if you do auto pay. I'm this close. But I don't know. T-Mobile be
Nah,
playing too
you,
much.
hey,
I don't know.
that's the people out here. I'm telling. I don't know about y'all, but me, that and the cable bill. Them the only two bills I
Yeah.
got left to put on auto pay,
Yeah.
and because they fluctuate
You're
from
right.
time to time, like I don't want to trade in the phone when I got a $5,000 bill
Right.
because the phone was
Right.
shipped. Now they can't find it.
Yeah.
Now I got to pay y'all twenty
Right.
two hundred dollars,
Yeah.
and it directly come out of my account. I'm gonna be hot.
Hot.
So I'm like, I gotta pray on that one too. I gotta pray on the
Yeah.
cell phone. But that
Yeah.
that cable thing, man, it's like I know I need to put it on auto Isaac, just cause I be forgetting, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That ain't self doubt. That be I don't want to pay.
Yeah. Period. That's it right there. I don't want to
No,
pay,
I don't want
Joe.
to pay it. No, I don't feel
I
like
don't
paying
want to
it.
pay.
I know I
That's
gotta pay
it.
it, but I don't feel like paying
Yeah.
it right
I ain't
now.
trying to pay that. Yeah.
I don't want to pay it right now. Man, this
Yeah.
been a great show. Hey,
Yes,
man,
it.
look.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Y'all need to go on Facebook. Y'all need to go on the Twitter and TikTok. And hey, man, tell them the name of your shop, man.
It is 1827 Wax and Aesthetics. I'm on Facebook and IG and TikTok.
Hey, man,
1827 Wax and
she
Aesthetics.
used that big word aesthetics.
Yes,
That's a big
aesthetics.
word, man. Hey, spell that.
we
Yeah, we get ready to cut up now, man. I'm telling you, this is what I do, man. This is what we do.
hey,
Hey, we get
hey,
ready.
don't be you a Bama. You a Bama. I want you to know that. You a Bama big time, okay? A big, big time
Hey,
Bama.
this is what we do under no conditions, man. Y'all
Yes,
gotta
we do.
understand the name of the theme of the podcast. We don't
Yes.
hold nothing back, man. We have a great time. We doing what we doing. Yes, we don't know everything, but we
Yeah.
try to give you a little bit of what we have, and we hope that this segment of understanding self doubt, if it helps one person,
Yeah.
you know what, we okay.
Yeah, we good. We
So,
appreciate that.
man, we just want you guys to continue to check us out. YouTube,
Yes.
iMedia Network,
Yes,
the
sir.
Under No Conditions podcast. Man, come
Yep.
check us out. Hey,
Check
we
us
here on
out.
Saturdays. Sometimes our times fluctuate because of other responsibilities and
Hmm.
commitments that we both have. However, we here for you guys.
Yes, we are.
All right. What's
All
the
right
hey?
there.
What's the email? What is it? Under no
Under no
conditions. The
conditions,
under no conditions. You gotta
the
put
under no
no
conditions
podcast at
podcast at
gmail.com.
gmail.com.
Yeah, man. Come, hey, drop us a line. Let us know what's
Yes,
happening,
yes,
man.
sir. Let us
And
know. Tell us how you feeling, what's going on with you.
hey,
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 ask us some questions. We need some
hey,
advice. We'll include it on the show and we'll do it anonymously.
hey, we're doing announcement. Hey, you know what? Maybe we need to do because it's some couple of comments on the on the on some on many of our shorts
Yeah.
that I most definitely we got to get
Oh
back
yeah.
to. We
Yeah,
got to
we gotta
start
get back
get
to
back
that.
to,
Yeah.
and we may do a segment just questions or
I
comments that
think that'd
people.
be good. We did that a while back, man.
Yeah, that
Maybe
was
last
fun.
year. So
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
let's bring that back.
that's
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yeah.
Yo, for myself, church lady, and under no conditions team, you guys be safe. We
Yes,
see you
sir.
next week. We out.
Bye.